Devotional, Friday, 10th of April. A few years ago I read the story of Ernest Gordon, who joined the 2nd Battalion of the Argyll and Southern Highlanders before the Second World War as a Territorial Army officer. The 2nd Battalion was deployed to the Far East at the outbreak of war in order to protect British colonial possessions like India, Burma, and the very important naval base at Singapore from Japanese attack. Unfortunately for the British, the numerically inferior Imperial Japanese Army harried and outwitted them, forcing the British to surrender on the 15th of February 1942. Ernest Gordon was among 60,000 soldiers captured. Along with hundreds of other prisoners, Gordon was forced to march from Singapore to the jungles of Siam, where they would all participate in the construction of the Death Railway and the bridge on the River Kwai. He recounts one particular incident where a work party apparently lost a shovel. A Japanese guard threatened the entire party with execution unless the culprit came forward. One soldier stepped forward and stood to attention. He was beaten to death by the guard, only for it later to be discovered that the guard had miscounted the inventory. There had never been a missing shovel. Some might say, what a waste of a life. Yet on the other hand, it could be said that through the death of this one man, many were saved. Today, Good Friday, we could look at the life of Jesus and say, what a waste of a life, or give thanks that through his death, many live. Max Lucado puts it like this: envision the moment. God on his throne, you on earth, and between you and God, suspended between you and heaven, is Christ on his cross. Your sins have been placed on Jesus. God, who punishes sin, releases his rightful wrath on your mistakes. Jesus receives the blow. Since Christ is between you and God, you don't. The sin is punished, but you are safe in the shadow of the cross. Praise God. In the words of John 19 and verse 30, when he had received the drink, Jesus said, "It is finished."